Hey guys, very nice to have you here. So welcome to our very first webinar of Mobidea. As you know, Mobidea is an affiliate network. We specialize on CPA mobile offers. And my name is Daliya. Nice to meet you everyone. I work as a community manager, but I will tell you a little bit about myself later. So let's start. So this session is going to last for 1 hour. You will have like 10 or 15 minutes in the end for me to answer your questions. Since it's the first time we are doing something like this, we're now focusing on beginners. So this webinar is for people that don't know how to start in affiliate marketing, don't really know how the Mobidea platform works. So today I will speak about the platform. I will show you how to set tracking. It will include domain and postback main settings of Mobidea. We will try to create campaign. We will go through the basic stats analysis, and also in the end I will tell you a little bit about the mistakes that you should avoid in the beginning of your affiliate marketing journey. Okay, so make sure that you're taking notes during the presentation because I will answer your questions only at the end. So make sure you don't forget what you were going to ask. In case if I don't answer your question, don't worry, you will receive all the answers to your email, okay? So, besides, yes, this is very important. Both video recording and the slides will be available. You will find them in your email. You will also find it in free forums where we are active, STM, Affiliate Fix, and Wixfire. But all of this you will have later in the presentation, so no worries. Let me tell you a bit about myself. I work as a community manager at Mobidea, which means that I'm representative of Mobidea on the communication channels. For example, among those are STM, Affiliate Fix, Black Hat World, Warrior Forum. I am also posting from time to time on Wixfire. There are also Russian forums, Defo, Kote, GoFundBees. Besides that, I'm managing the Mobidea official group on VK. VK, for those that don't know, it's a Russian alternative to Facebook. It's actually very interesting. You should check it. And also I have a Facebook group of Mobidea, which is called Mobidea Insiders. Then I'm managing content of Mobidea in Russian. So everything that you see on our academy in Russian language is translated by me. In case if you have questions about the presentation, about the webinar, about the platform, about me, whatsoever, feel free to contact us. Here you have our contact email or write to our support team, okay? So let's start the webinar. I'm sure it's going to be super useful for you. Even if you know Mobidea already, it's always to make sure that you understand what you can do with our platform. We are going to start with the Mobidea account. Let me share you my desktop with you. Okay. So here we go. This is how Mobidea looks from inside. This is the dashboard. This is the overall performance of all your campaigns for the set period of time. Here you set the time. For instance, I have last month here. We have the number of visits. We have the number of signups, which is conversions. We have conversion ratio. Here we have EPC, which is earnings per clicks, but don't forget that on Mobidea it's 100 clicks, okay? Then we have the revenue, and we have a very nice graph that allows us to see how we were doing overall for the set period of time. Why it looks not very positive here is because this is our testing account. This is good for you to see how the platform looks like from inside and how you can operate with it. But don't worry that numbers are not positive, okay? We are not really running traffic from this account. Okay, so what else do we have? We have information about the account. We have settings. This is where you put your domain, your postback settings, everything is here. We will get back to it later. Then we have the live feed. You can see the latest updates about the offers, about signups, payments, all the transactions that were done. if you can see that it's very actually comfortable here because you can see immediately live in real time if the offer was paused, if the payout has changed, it's decreased, increased, and so on. So you can act very fast. Then we have a feed where we post the latest updates about Mobidea itself as a company. We have our events here that we're going to participate at. Then there are news, academy. You should know more about the academy, by the way. Let me show you a little bit about it. It's our blog where we are updating articles 2 times per week. So 2 times per week you have super new, super useful content. You have a lot of different authors. It's not only several people writing. We actually write by ourselves. Plus we have invited experts. Among those, there are key opinion leaders. We have articles from Matulu, from STM, as you might know, from Andrew Payne. We have interviewed Charles Ngo, lots of people. It's really interesting. Just dive in the information, feel free. Then you can find affiliate guides there, which is actually very useful. You can download information all at once, several articles at once, and read it just when you have free time. You have a glossary in case if you don't really understand some definition in affiliate marketing, you can check it in the glossary. We have a new feature, the learning paths, which is good for those that are completely lost in affiliate marketing, just starting and not really sure which article to read, what to click, what to do. So you just go to learning paths. You see there are different levels for you to study. So there is the first level of the newbie. You can learn the articles, you can read the articles one by one there, and then you go to the next level. So it works like this. Totally worth for you to check it, okay? Then, getting back to our platform. Here we have, very important thing, where do you actually see the support, where do you communicate with the support? It's right here. I hope you see it. They are available here 7 days a week. So they're super fast, super useful, really. Make sure that you talk to them. Don't be afraid. There are no stupid questions. Be free to annoy, and whatever doubts you have, shoot it. Okay? Then here we have the Mobidea sliding menu. We have stats and tracker here, where you actually can see performance of your campaign, and where we have integrated tracker of Mobidea. As you probably know, we have some integrated functions of the tracker, which we provide for free. You can create campaigns there, you can make A/B testing, you can upload your landers. It's quite a nice feature. Then we have offers page. Let's see how it looks from the inside. Okay, and here we have a message. Values displayed in this color are from other affiliates promoting these offers and should not be considered as a guarantee of your performance. Okay, got it. So it means that these numbers in red, okay, these numbers are gathered from all the affiliates of Mobidea. This is the average performance of Mobidea for this offer. This doesn't mean that your performance will be exactly the same. It can be much better or it can be worse. It depends on you, your effort, your traffic source, on many things, okay? So here we have the total amount of offers available on the platform. We have filtered by the payout, we have EPC, we have 3 different tires, so you can filter the offers by tires. What is tire? Is a category of a country. If you are not sure which country on Mobidea is which tire, I share a link with you with the list of all the categories and countries. So make sure you check it after when you receive the slides. Besides, you can filter the offers by countries, by traffic, billing options, offer type, vertical. We work both with mainstream and about, don't forget about it. You can set the category of the offer and so on and so forth. You can see OS. This is quite useful. Okay, let's see how the offer looks from the inside. Let me open, for instance, this offer. Okay, so as we can see, there is an offer ID. Then there is the topic of the offer, the category itself. This is Thailand. TrueMove is the operator, and the name for the offer is Campus Star. So we can see the payout, and very important to see what is actually allowed for this offer. This is important to check so that you don't have misunderstandings later with affiliate network. Okay, so you don't run traffic that was actually forbidden for this offer, or some offers don't allow custom banners and you don't know about it. Make sure that you check everything, okay, before running traffic. So you just open the offer, you go to the restrictions, you can see that incentivized traffic is forbidden, for instance. What is incentivized traffic is when you actually promise to a user something in exchange for his subscription. So this is forbidden for this offer. Adult is also forbidden, as we can see here, and so on and so forth. So make sure that you check the restrictions. Okay, that's it for the offers page. Then let's move to Smart Tools. On Mobidea, as you probably know, you can work with single offers, but also with a smart link. What is the smart link? Smart link is an algorithm that has a lot of offers in rotation. You don't know how many offers are there, but you know what verticals are rotating in this algorithm, okay, in this smart link. So smart link detects your segment, the segment of your user, which is his country, his operator, operating system, hardware, and the vertical type. Among the vertical types, you have mainstream, mainstream CPI, and adult. This mainstream that we see here, it's mainstream CPA. Okay, what's the difference? Mainstream CPA is cost per acquisition, basically offers sweepstakes, dating, music, video games, stuff like that. And mainstream CPI, it's mainly installations, applications. Okay, so we pay per install. Okay, so let's see, for instance, how can I create a mainstream CPA smart link? I just go here, put new smart link, and it's done. I have a link. You use it the same way as you use offers link. We have 4 formats available here, 4 ad formats, pop under, overlay, banners, and redirects. But this is not very needed if you're a media buyer. If you're buying traffic on a traffic source and then you are running it to our offers, you will not really need to use these 4. It's mainly for website and blog owners. Let's move to banners, because there is something very important we have to see. So in terms of banners, you need to remember that offers inside of the smart link are different. So you don't know what will open. You don't know whether it will be a sweepstake about an iPhone, whether it will be a dating offer, it will be some music. So your banner has to be very generic, which is not that easy to do, but we help you. We provide you some banners. These that you can see here, they are in Portuguese because we are located in Portugal. But you can use them, and it also works quite well. So then in the sliding menu, we have opportunities page. Actually, we will get back to it later, but this is where we can see the best performing offers and the best performing segments for the smart link. This is very useful. Keep it in mind, and then we will get back to it later. And now I want to show you the cashier is where all your transactions are being made. And here we have a message, looks quite scary, but it's fine. Our support rejected your documents. What does it mean? Okay, so when you're working with a cashier, how does it work? First, you need to generate 50 euros minimum. After you generate this amount, we will ask you to upload your documents, which is only your ID and the address proof. Why we do this? Just because we want to make sure that we are working with a real person, and we also want to keep your account secure. This is for your own safety. When your documents are approved, your cashier will open, and you will have 5 different payment methods that you can use. Among those are Paisa, PayPal, e-payments, First Choice Pay, Paxum, quite a lot of them, so you can choose any of them and withdraw the money the way it's more comfortable for you. Besides, if you have friends working for Mobidea as well, you can send money to their accounts or they can send money to you, so this is quite flexible. Then on the sliding menu, we have contacts of support team, we have Skype of support team. In case if you need help, you just press on this button, get help, and go to our frequently asked questions. And there is a lot of information that you can find, our contacts. And that's it for the account. Okay, so yes, I'm sorry to interrupt. There is Rolando asking if this is being recorded. Yes, it's being recorded. You will get the recording right after the webinar. Okay, we continue. I prepared for you a little checklist, the things that you need to prepare before actually starting and running your campaign, okay? So first of all, you need to decide which vertical you're going to work with, which tracker, whether it will be Mobidea tracker or some external one. You need to decide on a traffic source that you will work with, which should be according to the vertical. So if it's sweepstake offers, probably you would work with pop traffic, okay? And when you have already decided on this, you go to Mobidea. And if you are using Mobidea tracker, here is the path that you need to follow. First, you choose an offer or a segment to run. Then you set up your domain on Mobidea. Then you set up tracking on Mobidea. And then you create a campaign on Mobidea, obviously, because you're using our tracker. But if you are not using our tracker, which is totally fine, you only choose offer or segment, you set tracking with the other tracker, and that's it, and you are ready to go. So let's start. I will show you how to choose the best offer. For this, we are going to opportunities page. Okay, so statistics in opportunities page is completely transparent. We made it for you to be able to see what is happening with Mobidea, which offers are performing better or worse. You can see it the same way as our account managers see, besides that you see it only for the last 7 days, okay? But if you update your account until VIP level, which is making 10,000 euros per month for last 30 days, you will be able to see stats in, per last 3 days and for yesterday. So it will be totally transparent. Right now, let's see what we have for the last 7 days. I want to see the offers. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So this is a lot of information. I don't really need all these offers. I have some countries in mind that I want to work with. So what should I do? I can filter by countries. Okay, for instance, I want to work with Argentina, which is a country with quite a lot of traffic. Traffic is not very expensive. CR is quite good at the moment, and so this is a perfect country for the beginners to start working with. Okay, so make sure you're not working at the beginning. You're not working with North American countries, with European countries, because probably traffic is going to be more expensive. And right now you need to focus on gathering as much statistics as possible in order to learn how to optimize, okay? So we are checking the offers for Argentina. There are a lot of adult offers appearing, and what I can see is the clicks, the sign-ups, conversion ratio, EPC, earnings per clicks for 100 clicks again, average payout, which here is fixed because it's every single offer, the revenue, and my status, whether I applied for the offer and it was approved or not, and so on. Make your decision based on the EPC mainly, because this is the main performance indicator for the offers. What you can do is to use also EPC variation. It's right here. It will show you the changes for the last 7 days for this exact offer. So you see that EPC grew 132%. This is quite interesting. Maybe I will start running this offer, okay? So this is how you decide on an offer. You can use a filter, by the way, not only for countries, but operators, operating system, browser, device type, category. So it's quite flexible and quite useful. Let's see which smart links and which segments we will work with. First of all, you need to decide whether you're working with a mainstream smart link or it's mainstream CPI or adult. Okay. For instance, I want to work with mainstream. When I click on it, it directly opens the segment right here in these three boxes. It's country, operator, operating system. So since I had filter, I have Argentina showing up here, but I clean the filter and here it goes. Let me see. Here the main performance indicator is EPC as well. I can even filter the countries by EPC. This way, the countries with the biggest EPC will appear first. I see that for the last week it was Honduras. I can deep dive in stats and even see the operators, which were performing best. Here from the EPC we can understand that Claro is the most interesting one. Okay, and deep diving in the operator, I see even devices. So from this, I can already realize and I can already decide which traffic I will start purchasing on the traffic source. It might be Honduras, Claro, and maybe two operating systems to test how it goes. Besides, you can see different countries, but as I mentioned, with the offers, try to work with easy geos, okay, with tier 2 and tier 3 geos. Okay, I will tell you about it a little bit more later as well. So, getting back to our checklist, we chose an offer or a segment if we are working with SmartLink. Next, we need to set up our domain. So where do we do it? We go to the settings page. You can do it from any page of your account. You have settings up there. Choose domain settings, then you generate a custom domain on your site, which can be GoDaddy or Namecheap. You insert the domain on the side of Mobidea. Mobidea will generate configuration codes for you, which are called name servers. You take these codes and implement them on your site, okay? Then you wait for Mobidea to verify your domain, which is happening automatically. It takes time. Don't worry, be very patient. It's gonna happen for sure, so no rush, okay? And then when the custom domain is verified by our platform, you will see it automatically there. Quite easy. So we have set our domain. Moving on for the tracking. So, what do you need to know about the tracking? First of all, the postback URL. Okay, postback URL is the link that helps both servers communicate. So, Mobidea, for instance, and traffic source have to understand when conversion happened, and they have to pass this information about the conversion to servers of each other. For this, postback link is being used, and the information that we pass is the click ID. This is the main parameter that has to be always tracked. Click ID is generated every time that user converts. Okay. If you want to track any extra things like website, or you want to track campaign ID or placement, you want to know more about your campaign, you can set tokens. But this is like additional. This doesn't have to be in your postback since the very beginning. You can set the global okay, you can set the global postback to track all the offers and all the smart links that you have on the platform at once, so it covers everything. But also you can set it separately for each single offer or smart link on the offer settings page. The postback that you set for the single offer will have a priority over the global postback. Okay, so they will not be overlapping. You can track them in two separate ways if you want. Optional, okay? So, and also very important, you can use our tracker, but besides, you can use any tracker you want. You can integrate Mobidea platform with any other tracker. I will tell you how. So, not going too fast, everything is okay. Okay. I will get to questions later, okay? Please be patient. But make notes, don't forget. So, let's see how we can actually set the postback on Mobidea. You have this settings page. And there you have two options, whether you set custom domain, whether you set custom postback or you set already pre-configured postback for volume, AdsBridge or Thrive. If you're using one of these free trackers, it will be actually easier for you to set up the postback. So when we do it for volume, on volume side, you go to domains, you walk through the domains you have, you generate postback link, and then you insert the domain on the side of volume. Okay, on the side of Mobidea, pressing volume as your tracker. Okay, so here you can see on the slide how your domain may look like, but there are different options. If you are using completely different domain that is completely custom, you can also set it as a custom postback on Mobidea. Okay. If you are not sure whether your postback is going to work, please feel free to write to support, send all the links you have, ask to make the test conversion. We always do it, and we can tell you, we can help you with the settings and help you to understand whether it's working or not. The same works for AdsBridge and Thrive. You just take the domain of the postback link and insert it on the side of the Mobidea. Okay, so here's an example. The best way to understand postback is actually to practice. Otherwise, theory might make people lost. So let's see how it looks. First link that we have here on the slide is the postback. The second link is the offers link. We take the postback link with yourtrackerdomain.com. It can be whatever tracker, funnel flux, be nom, whatever you want. Okay. And then we need to determine which token is which token on the side of every platform. For instance, as you can see, I write here seed equals external ID. On Mobidea, click ID is external ID. And on your tracker, for instance, you go and check it in your tracker, click ID is seed. So you put seed equals external ID. Payment in your tracker is money in our platform. Website ID we set as website, placement ID as placement. Okay, and for the offers links, it works the other way around. So you just change the tokens, change their places. You set tag. On Mobidea, tag is the click ID for the offers link. So you put tag equals seed, website equals website ID, and placement ID. There is no need to specify website and placement. This is actually optional. The main thing that you need to do is to set external ID and tag. Okay, this is the parameters that pass information about click ID. When you set click ID, you are done. Okay, all the rest, it's really up to you. So for you to practice a little bit and make sure that you understand this and that you're not afraid of this, here I prepared some exercises for you. You have 3 postback links. You have 1 offers link and 1 smart link, which is the same as the offer, okay? Try to replace the tokens or add tokens if you feel that they are missing. So you can share your answers on the forums on STM, Affiliate Fix, and Wicked Fire so that we can talk about it, all of us together. Or you can write your answers to our email. Feel free, we will correct you and we will also tell you why is it like this or not like this. So it's very good to practice, okay? You will probably do a lot of these things in your affiliate marketing career, so need to learn. Okay. So getting back to our preparations list, we already did the most of things. We chose an offer, set up domain, we set up tracking, and now we can finally create a campaign. So in order to create a campaign, Let's go to Stats and Tracker. Okay. Here we click on the button Campaign. And we can create a new campaign right here. This is actually the integrated tracker of Mobidea. So here you can create a campaign, you set the campaign's name, make sure that you understand what you set here. Don't write 123 ABC or something like this. You can write, for instance, mainstream, offer, offer ID. You can write if the offer is for Argentina or for India, something like this, okay? So that you understand what is the campaign about. It will be easier for you to navigate. Then you can set the tracking domain that we pre-configured already before. Here you have over 100 pre-configured traffic sources. You can choose any of them, so it will be easier for you. Then you choose cost model if you want to track costs. You choose the currency. Make sure that the currency here is the same as in your account so that there are no discrepancies. And then you can create rotation. Rotation is the flow of your users, okay, your traffic flow. So you can create a template for it. You can save it and use it for later. As you can see, we have several already. Then you decide on the path of your user. You can allocate some weight of traffic for lender if you upload the lender here. Let's see. So you can upload the lender, or you can run traffic directly and then allocate the weight. You can add more offers. You can actually create your own smart link, which will be rotating offers, and then you can set conditions for it by setting a new rule. Let's see which are conditions. Okay, so you can set conditions specifically per campaign, per traffic source. The most popular one is the country. So for instance, if I want traffic from Algeria, let's imagine I'm running a smart link. There are a lot of offers inside coming from different countries, but there is specifically one offer that I know that is performing very well, and it's for Algeria. I can separate, create a condition for this geo so that the traffic from Algeria goes to that specific offer and all the rest goes to the smart link, okay? There are really lots of options for you to play around here, so it's worth to check. Make sure you spend some time exploring. Okay, you can make A/B tests here. You can test lenders, offers, smart links, whatever you want. Quite useful. Okay, so when we are done with the campaign creation, we run our campaign for some time, let's say for 24 hours. We get at least one conversion. We spend 2 or 3 times payout, and we are ready to analyze the stats. Let's see how it's done. We go again to Stats and Tracker, and here we see all our campaigns. Okay. Okay, so Stats and Tracker, here we see all our campaigns. For instance, I want to see campaign, let me put it for last month so that we have more stats. Okay. So here's one campaign that I can analyze as an example. I click on it and then it says mainstream, Zero Park, Mexico, Telcel, the operator, and PPV, pay-per-view. Okay, so this is what I was talking about when I mentioned that don't create the name of your campaign 123, otherwise you will get lost. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have Mexico. The amount of visits and clicks is the same. Why? Because we are running direct linking, we are not using any lenders. We see the signups here, we see the revenue, cost, average, cost per click, click-through ratio of the landing page, which we don't have, so it's 100%. Conversion ratio, EPC, average payout. Remember, for the smart link, payout is not fixed, okay, because different offers appear. So this amount, this number will be always for the average, sorry. Okay. Then we have ROI, which is very important. This is the return on investment, and this is what actually shows us whether we are profitable or not. We open Mexico. As before, in opportunities, we can see operators. I can see that Telcel and Nextel are performing better. Okay, actually, I cannot say anything about Nextel yet because I have no sign up and I spent already more than 2 or 3 times payout. So maybe I would stop running traffic from there. But we can see what we can improve about Telcel, and we see that there is only Android operator. Sorry, I'm sorry. The device, exactly. We see only Android, so there is nothing to optimize in this case. But what we can do, we can check websites and placements. So for this, you open this box, you move for website, and then here in the third one, we select placement. Apply. Okay. So this time when I open Mexico, I see that traffic is coming from this website, and then if I open the website, I can even see the placement, which is supposed to be here, okay? If you have more different websites, normally it would open everything here down, the same way for placements, and then you analyze which things you can cut, what you can improve, so things like that. This is very, very basic analysis, basic things that you can start working with, okay? So when we analyze the campaign, we are done for now. Let me tell you now about the beginner's mistakes to avoid, which is very important, as many people tend to do the same mistakes at the beginning. Let's start with the first one. It's test, test, and test again. On forums, on social media, or your friends, affiliate marketers, everyone will be telling you to test. Why? Because in affiliate marketing, the main thing that you should do is to find a profitable niche, profitable geo, operator. You need to find a profitable lender. Even the call to action on the lender, the button itself, you need to really check the combination of all your things. And this is something that you can find only by testing. So it's very important. Please test offers. Don't be shy to test offers of different affiliate networks. It's also useful. Test banners, test lenders, websites, zone, bids, because there are situations when you would need to change your bid strategy, even fight your competitors and make them pay more or less. Actually, you can read about it on Mobidea Academy. It's quite interesting. And also test capping, okay? So, second, don't spend all your savings. We have a lot of people that come to Mobidea and they say, okay, hey guys, I registered, so when can I get my money? Please don't forget that it doesn't work like this. We are welcoming everyone. We are ready to work, to learn together, to grow together, but you need to take it serious as a business, okay? You need to have some investment for this, some readiness to learn, your attitude and motivation, okay? So please don't take it as a life-saving boat, because if you have $5, it's great, but it's better to save a little bit more and then try again with affiliate marketing. Of course, it's possible to be profitable here. Everything is possible. Especially learning, you can succeed. So just take it serious, okay? This is business. Okay, then choose offers with low payouts. As I was mentioning before, it's very important to choose offers that have low payouts, that are for the countries with a lot of traffic, with cheap traffic, and with a high CR, okay? So with cheap traffic, you will be able to spend not that much and get a lot of stats in order to optimize and learn. This is very important at the beginning. Don't get very attracted by offers with a high payout, because normally they mean a longer path for the user to conversion. So it means that it's harder for you to get the user to convert. So start the easy way, okay? And later, when you already master your skills, why not? You can move for offers with a higher payout. Okay? Sorry. Okay. So work with easy geos, which is actually connected to the offers. Make sure that you work with Latin America, very good, with several African countries, maybe with several Asian countries, okay? So don't go for European and North American traffic because it's more expensive and it's much more competitive. All the top affiliates, they already probably have their niche in these countries and you would be struggling to beat them, really. So in order to gather stats faster and learn how to optimize, as I was mentioning before, look for the geos with big amount of traffic, with small payout, and with a high CR, okay, with high conversion ratio. Next, be consistent. So don't change several parameters at the same time. You start a campaign, you run it for some time, you see that you have enough stats, that you have run it for 24 hours at least, that you spent enough, that you got some conversions, okay? Then you pause it, then you analyze it, and then you see which parameter to cut. You cut one parameter, and then you start running campaign again, so that you have the full control over your campaign, that you know, okay, I changed this, that's why this happened, or you can really understand the behavior of your campaign. This is very important, especially at the beginning. Next, spy but don't copy. Okay, a lot of people spy. Spying is normal. Feel free to use Adplexity, what runs where, but don't use the same blenders as other guys are using. Try to modify them, try to implement some changes, try to use it more as an inspiration, because with these spy tools, actually, it's much more comfortable. You can see what people click at, you can see what is trendy, what is working. Use it as an inspiration, but always try to make something different so that you have a competitive advantage, okay? Split campaigns. Don't mix traffic. Don't mix traffic of different geos. Don't mix mobile and desktop traffic. And don't mix career, operator, and Wi-Fi traffic due to the different performance, okay? You might pay different prices, different amount of money for this. The performance might be different. Please do it separately in separate campaigns. Separate campaigns, it's actually a very good practice. Whenever you are not sure what to do with the campaign, try to separate the several parameters. For instance, if you have, if you are not sure which operator to work with, you can set the whole targeting the same, but just take two operators and create two different campaigns for them, okay? Just with the same targeting besides the operators, and then you will see which one performs better as an option. Okay. Be ready to increase your capping. This is for these cases when you are already profitable, where you see that your ROI is getting positive, where you have good margins. So frequency capping, what is it? Capping allows you to regulate the amount of time that your user will show the advertisement per day. Okay, so at the beginning, set it as one ad per 24 hours in 24 hours. Okay, on different traffic sources, you will have different formats of how to set it, like 1 out of 24 and so on. But in the beginning, show it just once. But later, when you already see that you are doing good, that you need to expand your campaign, you can increase capping and put it 2 times per day or 3 times per day, okay? So that you get more views and more bigger possibility to get a click and conversion. Okay, this is very important. Sorry. Why is this important? As everything as I mentioned. It's important to chat with your account manager and support team because we are here for you. Simply that. Our job is to help you. Our job is to grow with you. We are available. We see the statistics all the time, every day. We are browsing internet. We are browsing forums. We are checking. We are in this industry every day, 24 hours, you know. So we really know what's best for you. We are really happy to share our advices with you, and we really want to see you growing. Trust me. So don't be shy to ask whatever questions you want. You have support team available every day, including weekends, even including holidays, okay? Write them in Skype, write them on their email, and chat with them on your Mobidea account, which is actually the fastest way to talk to them. And the last but not least, please guys, don't stop learning. There are so many free sources of knowledge, okay? Right now you have so much information to read and to use for you and for your business. So for instance, you have the Mobidea Academy that I mentioned in the beginning. Make sure you check it, make sure you subscribe for it. You can check the forums as well. As I mentioned, those that I'm checking at the moment, every day, STM, Affiliate Fix, Black Hat World, Week to Fire, Warrior Forum, all of them, they have a lot of useful information and a lot of people doing the same as you do. So you can actually create masterminds, you can share your experience. This is super cool and super useful. Then you have blogs of key opinion leaders or of guys that went through your path, through things that you're going right now at the moment. They already went through it and they can share their experience and their tips, their advices with you. Make sure to use this information. Here you have names of Neil Patel, Charles Gold, Zach Johnson, and so on, but you have much more of them. You have Matulu, you have Andrew Payne, you have a lot of guys that are ready to help you, and they actually share their experience on a daily basis, share their knowledge. Besides, check other sources such as Quora. It's a huge source of different questions and different people participating. Really make sure you check it. Then check Facebook groups. Just go to Facebook, put like affiliate marketing or put Mobidea. Don't forget to subscribe to our page on Mobidea on Facebook. Okay. Try to participate on affiliate marketing events. This is useful because you will see that there are a lot of people coming to these conferences, to these presentations. You can see them live, you can speak to them, you can have a beer together. You make networking, you make contacts, and you can actually grow even faster, feeling that you're not alone, but you're working in the community, okay? There are lots of affiliates and they're all doing the same as you. Everyone is supporting each other. Try to cooperate, okay, instead of competition. So this was it about the mistakes. You can check even more of them. We have actually a whole series of Mobidea beginners mistakes available on Mobidea Academy. There are 5 series. Here you have the links. Each of this picture has a link. So when you receive the slides, make sure you click everywhere and explore everything, okay? And that's it. I hope you liked it. And right now, I'm ready to answer your questions, okay? Don't worry, again, if your questions are not going to be answered right now, because I will definitely answer them by email. So feel free to write. Okay, let me see. Define good CTR, big traffic, and good conversions. Okay. In terms of good CTR, you cannot really see just you cannot see the performance of your campaign based only on CTR, okay? This really depends on the vertical that you are running, on the offer, on the methods that you are using, on the traffic source itself, whether the traffic is pop traffic or it's display, and so on and so on. So this is a very broad question. Big traffic. I'm sorry if I mentioned these and it wasn't understandable. By big traffic, I mean that the big amount of traffic. So the population of the country is big. There is a lot of traffic coming from there. So big traffic is just a big amount, big volume. Then good conversions. Well, this is just conversions happening. If conversions are happening, it's always good, right? But it's even better if there are a lot of them. So for this, you need to check the EPC, earnings per 100 clicks, okay? To analyze the performance of your campaign, guys, you need to check all the parameters. You cannot say that one is very important and another one you can close your eyes on it. You need to check everything. Okay, so let me see. Can you share your email and Skype? You can find it in the presentation, okay? You will see the email of online marketing team. Feel free to write us and also write to support. If you have some message to pass to me, please ask and they will pass. Okay. Do I need hosting to use a direct offer? This depends. Depends if you're going to use a lender. It's very specific, okay? Please write to our support team and specify what exactly are you doing, which vertical you're working with, which traffic source, which exactly offer, because not all the offers will perform the same well if you're running them directly. For instance, sweepstakes, they have to be it's better to run them with the landing page, and so support team will help you, okay? Then let me see how to find best offers for Facebook. Okay, this is a good question. What can you run on Facebook? There are people that are running sweepstakes on Facebook, and actually they say that it does well, but you need to know how to do it. You need to have a good lender. You need to understand very well what Facebook allows and what Facebook forbids. And you need to check in the offers restrictions, once again, if the traffic source as a social media is allowed, okay? So I would say, of course, go for mainstream offers and speak with our support. They have the list already prepared for different traffic sources. They know what is good for what, so make sure to speak to them. This is much better. Okay, let me see. Will recording for, yes, guys, recording will be available, okay? Don't worry if you're gonna miss something, you can see everything since the beginning. Okay, also recording the slides of the presentation. The presentation that I prepared for you has even more slides, okay? So don't worry. Okay, is connecting a domain mandatory? Mandatory, sorry. No, it's not mandatory, only if you are using our tracker, okay? If you're using any other tracker, you would need to create a domain for that specific tracker. But in reality, having your own domain is good, okay? How to optimize campaign based on the carrier? This is simple. This is just opening the Mobidea stats or stats of your tracker that you see. You open first you open the country, and then you open operators of this country, the traffic that you were running from these operators, okay? And you see which ones have received traffic, which ones have received conversions. So there, you decide to cut parameters like this, okay? Normally, 1-2 operators perform better than also important to remember that our offers, each offer is actually accepting traffic from one particular operator. So if you open the offer and you see that it's accepting Mexico Telcel, you cannot run Mexico Claro, okay? Just Telcel traffic, okay? Very important. I want to see the study case. There are lots of study case, guys. There are lots of them on Mobidea Academy. Please feel free to check. This is the first webinar. I am not able to cover all the topics, so we're going for the basics. But there's a lot of information you can find in the Academy, okay? Okay, when should you use a smart link and when should you not? Honestly, this depends on very particular case, on your traffic source. Let's say if you are a webmaster, if you have a website or you have a blog, it's much more comfortable to work with a smart link because you don't have to be always worried about the offer, if it's paused, if it's changed, or if it's accepting only specific career traffic. Okay, you can just put the smart link, you can put like a overlay or a redirect, and that's it. And you are you can be calm because SmartLink will just take the segments, take the traffic, and allocate for different offers. It's much more easy. In case if you're working as a media buyer and you're buying traffic, it's also possible, but then you would need to be also always checking which segments are more profitable, less profitable, and so on. It works the same way as with offers. So some offers can be performing better or worse. Segments, they change the same way. So, okay. When are we gonna make a next webinar? There is still no information about it yet, but if you guys like it, I believe there is no problem to make it quite soon, okay? There will be more updates about that later. Are smart links recommended for paid traffic? Yes, why not? Okay, but depends from where you buy traffic. For some traffic sources, it's not very recommended. For Facebook, I don't recommend it, but for other traffic sources, for instance, if you want to run ExoClick traffic and use adult smart link, you can do that easily. Just make sure that you find the profitable segment, okay? Profitable country, operator, and operating system. Okay. Let me see. How can I increase the traffic for winning campaign? For example, I have a campaign with 500% ROI using Proximus operator in Belgium country, but the problem is I am not able to get much traffic for the same operator in the given country. I'm getting sales every 3-4 days. How can I increase the traffic? Well, first of all, you can increase the bid. For Belgium, it's quite expensive, so you would need to spend a lot. But if you are on the first position in bidding, you can use other traffic sources. For instance, now you can see that the most popular traffic sources are like pop ads, propellers, zero park, and so on and so on, if your campaign is mainstream. Try to add more. Try to search for less popular traffic sources, okay, for mainstream, and try to see if they have traffic for Belgium, for this specific operator. This is the best way I see to do it. If this offer, sorry, you were running SmartLink or offer. Okay, let's say if you are running the offer, check if it's actually possible to run it on Facebook, because then you could target people from Belgium. And since you cannot target operator on Facebook, you could set as interests and then pick Proximus, right? Yeah, Proximus operator in interests on Facebook. This could also work. Okay. Let me see more. A lot of questions. Is there a guide on how to add a custom domain? There is no guide, but there is a tutorial. Okay, you can see it on Mobidea Academy. For this, you need to go to Mobidea Academy, learn the platform, and then there you see one of the videos that our account managers did. So check it there. Can you show a profitable example from the stats page with a breakdown of traffic sources, how they got optimized in real? At the moment, really sorry, but I cannot show this because everything I was showing is on the test account, okay? This is not the account that we actually use to run traffic. But as I mentioned, really, you can test it by yourself and you can get the best results and then make decisions from there. If you have questions, feel free to write to our support. We will help you the best way we can, okay? Okay, guys, there is just 1 minute left. It's time to say goodbye. I hope it was useful. I see a lot of questions here. Very interesting questions, actually. Thank you. Thank you for participating. Thank you for showing your interest. It's actually a very interesting experience for us as well. So make sure you get this recording. As I mentioned, email, STM, Affiliate Fix, and Wixfire. Check the links there, check the files there. Make the exercise about the postbacks, send it to us. Okay, and that's it. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for being with me today. See you.